The movers and the shakers, number one, never let somebody censor you.
I am a native of Gabon.
Go back to the Holy Quran for solutions. Now the Quran bin Shah's Umba.
And you'll want Abdul-Jalil Imam Mahmoud Al-Haji Jibril Imam Mustasha.
Look at your beauty beyond your physical appearance.
Why not join me, Abdul-Jalil Naabeli, the son of Musa Kumo, as my guests and I throw you to life-changing stories. Thank you very much, and you are welcome to my Northern Achiever on Sagani TV. My name is Abdul-Jalil Naabeli, and I am your host, your regular host for tonight. And by way of my opinion, you know, there's something that's been bothering me for quite some time now, and it's about time that we started talking about it, even on the media. University for Development Studies started somewhere in the early 90s by former President Rawlings. Soon after it started, branches were opened in Davurungu and in Wa. Fortunately, these two branches or faculties has been turned into autonomous universities. We're fortunate to have University for Development Studies remaining in Tamale and for the northern region for that matter. However, one thing that is of great concern to me is the fact that Yendi, as the seat of Dagbon, do not even or cannot even boast of a tertiary institution as in the case of a university. It is only of late or recently that Yendi had, you know, a training college by the Roman Catholics, St. Vincent. However, I believe that the only way we can accelerate the development of Yendi is to ensure that we have things like a faculty of UDS in Yendi, and the sooner it is done, the better for all of us. Youth in Yendi are usually mostly very idle, and they say that the devil finds work for the idle hands. And if imagine that a faculty of UDS is taken to Yendi, let's assume that every year they are taking 1,500 students. By 4 years, we'll be talking about 6,000 more people coming into Yendi. Imagine the economic benefit that it's going to have on the people of Yendi. Imagine that if you were a yam farmer and you used to farm just 10 acres of yam and it was okay for you. Remember that once you are able to get 6,000 more people into your community, you would need to farm a lot more in order to be able to feed all of these people. And so just one example, several other examples can go on and on. And so I am appealing, and I believe that I am speaking the minds of our chiefs and the youth of Yendi, that authorities, especially the governing board of the University for Development Studies, should do everything in their capacity, everything that it will take to get us a faculty as soon as possible. But apart from this appeal, I would appeal also to opinion leaders of Yendi, chiefs of Yendi. University faculties don't come to people on a silver platter. You have to write letters, you have to do follow-ups, and you have to push and keep pushing. Even the UDS that we had in the early 90s, people had to fight since the 60s before it came to us in the 90s. So if we don't fight and we just sit and think that somebody would come and bring it to us and we say hallelujah, it will never happen. So the people of Yendi, let's do everything we can in our own capacity to push these people in authorities to ensure that we get a faculty for Yendi. Maybe in the very near future, this faculty could turn into an autonomous university. That's by way of my opinion on my Northern Achiever. And trust me, today I have a very great guest in my midst. And anyone who is not yet close to their TV set, let them know that my Northern Achiever is on. And if you don't come closer to your TV set, you are going to miss out on a lot. And I don't want you to miss out. So we go for a quick break. I come back, introduce my guest. We get into the show proper. Don't go away. Stick and stay. We're back shortly. Thank you so very much for always being my guest. I always say, and I will say it again, that you, the viewers out there, you are the program. You make it what it is. You make us number one. And I can't thank you enough. My name is Abdul-Jalil Naabeli. Today I have with me a very distinguished personality, and we are going to learn a lot from him. It's been the very first episode after our long break. It's been about 6 weeks or so since we last came with my Northern Achiever. And so I welcome you back to the program and to Sagani TV officially. My guest today is none other than Sakoyanaa Sintaro Mahama. Chief, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Jalil.
I'm so elated, to have you on the show today. We've tried to do this a couple of times, but thank God today we are here. Let's just begin by asking you who you are, because I have heard of Sintaro a lot of the times, and especially the first time I heard it very loud and clear was when DF started functioning very, very well. But if I were to ask you who is Sintaro, how would you describe yourself?
Thank you so much, Abdul-Jalil. It's been an honor to have the opportunity to share my little experience and my life, very little and short-lived life with the people of Dabang. My name is Sintaro Mahama.
Okay.
Currently, Chief Sakoyanaa Yiri. And Sakoya is in the Myang district of the northern region, about 10 kilometers from Jimli, on the Jimli-Tijo Road.
Okay.
I was born, bred, schooled, and lived half of my life, at least a quarter to half of my life in Yendi. So when I've often heard you speak about Yendi with passion, I live, breathe Yendi with passion. And I was born in the very early 60s to a very dynamic, well-committed, a very sacrificial man, the late lawyer Mr. Mahami, or popularly known as MS Mahami Saibu Mahama.
Okay.
And to a princess, Hazia Sannabia Santiparga, the granddaughter of Nala Santiparga. And of course,
the popular Sannabia of Yendi.
that is true. And of course, my dad was also the grandson of Nandan Sule. So I was born in Yendi.
Okay.
I schooled in Yendi. I went to, my kindergarten was in Yendi. And I went to Zohe Experimental Primary School. From Yendi's Zohe Primary School, Zohe Experimental Primary School, I went off to Balogu Middle School.
Okay.
And by the way, at class 6, I passed my common entrance then. But then my dad, or my father, who was very strict, and he was very keen in our education, quality education, he felt that my statute, even though legally I could have gone, but he felt that I was too young at that time to leave from class 6 to secondary school, which was boarding. So I stayed and then went off to middle school, which was in Balogu Middle School then. So from Balogu Middle School, I then went off to Yendi Secondary School.
Okay, then that means you lived all your life in Yendi, all your early life.
All my early life in Yendi.
Wow. So who were some of your contemporaries, in those days in Yendi?
Wow, it's just stretching my memory back. One that we are still in very good, contact. Actually, a lot of them we are still in contact, but one that often, at least not less than, twice a week, is Dr. Ishaq Al-Hussein. Popularly, we knew him and we still call him with greatest amount of respect, Dr. Cisco.
Okay.
We went to the same primary school together, and we also played football together. By the way, I was a good footballer. So from my primary to middle, secondary, and even at the university overseas, which will come to, I played football.
You were in the school football team?
Correct. I was one of the very few those days to have the opportunity to play with Abedi Play, and slept in the same room with Abedi Play. And we became friends for a very long time, actually.
So, Chatikata Kamani, and Nagi in the secondary school. Yapolo Kazan.
To Nagi in the secondary school, 70s man balama. early to mid 70s mbalama. Then nagin kala de Ganasko na 6th form.
You are a big man.
Nta oganya ba
You are a big man.
So kala Ganasko na 6th form. So na 6th form ma nage. Nta mamba pa chira yob ganagba. Kana onda no toho yikona kazoma nambo kanda nye chance nda chang silmin tanga. Me silmin tang ma chende man yan zalla pe kapuhi namvo so halne zongo do obu tamdo yala nkuto tamo yala to ko gbay nyama min kamba tamdo yala wonye afa bakar ayashi ndal fanda nyo don to Allahu akbar don nichan karam ngunan wuhuma karam kati sin onta naga sukuro bara chang la Ganasko by the way.
Yes.
Wana Ganasko ma kara chang Pakistan ni man ko karam obia ni man kamino to dirfila ko ra pangsar ma pam nang pam man zan chang sukuro polo don ra ne tabre biala nak pang man biala zan chang de Mahmadiya ma polo ko ra pangsar ma la pam so ngunan da tin scholarship first zan ma Pakistan nan chang International Islamic University Pakistan. So mallar shilin changan karanta chang now ikoma me ka kararanya admission to International Islamic University Malaysia. So nan naga se from Malaysia ma kanda chang labata ni chang Malaysia ma tis karanda kanber bolli first yama ka ngunna ndalan to yikona ka indanye chance in chang London ma kan bien tumdutuma holidays ninya labi kanata song ma nzang song ma zan chang sukurma polo so mbiela London ma na ikoma puni ta ka tuma ma malan fana pam ka me min ni chang sukuru ama kale bor tabu biela
but that means Malaysia sukuru wa ara
banale
ka zo chang London
ka chang London da zo holidays kan da cha don you know come bracha maka student shab tinbinya ngwana ma ay borna chang anto chang kalab nan tutum tuma belfu kalab nan tlan chang asukur don pamda bien ka scholarship don da songdete so mbiela London ma pulo kana non iko kanye sole ka Australia da luna tintamma dimegba 80s ma balama ka nda chang Australia so university nimbe shak kamzaha Australia ma kan bahnale.
We are with Sakoyanaa, Sakoyanaa Yiri, Sintaro Mahama, and an indigenous of Yendi. I am proud that you see, Yendi is such a place that people who come from there are usually very great people. I do know that I believe that someday I'm going to be a great person because I'm from Yendi. And apart from that, he went to Ghana school. He didn't go the wrong way. He went to the right school. He's a big man. But now, Chief, let's come to talk about your experience abroad.
Yep.
Had there been instances where you were abroad and you are like, who even sent me here anyways?
I think it would be very unusual to find somebody who has ever left the shores of this country, never to have thought, oh, what am I doing here? In my case, it probably happened in the first 6 months. The first 6 months, that's my, when I was still trying to, settle in, in a foreign country, religiously, academically, language-wise, everything was different. And Alhamdulillah, I'm one of those few people that Allah is gifted me that languages, I can easily pick up language. So as soon as within the first 3 months, I was able to understand and pick up the language, then the culture of the people, it made it easier for me to actually appreciate what was going on. And for that matter, the thinking and feelings of loneliness and wanting to think that, oh, what am I doing here, quickly evaporated. So I've been very blessed because each step of the way, I think it's been an experiential learning for me and an experience that I have lived with, experience that I continue to impart and share with other people or to other people.
So what brought you back to Ghana? With all the opportunities abroad.
Yes. When I finished my first degree, and by the way, I was working full time and studying as well. my first degree at Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, RMIT.
Okay.
I studied business administration. And the company that I worked for was very happy with what I did, or what I was doing. I was able to bring in a lot of changes. So at some point they asked if I wanted to do a lot more studies that I could bring back more value into the company. So I felt that it was one of the greatest opportunities, that they would pay for my tuition and everything else. So I took that opportunity and went and did my master's. And I did my master's in logistics. But before then, sorry, I went and did my postgraduate certificate at Swinburne University.
Okay.
And I did the postgraduate certificate after the first degree in supply chain.
Okay.
After the supply chain, I went and did my master's degree in logistics, majoring in marketing, so that I could relate and impact what I had learned in the classroom to what I was doing work-wise. So basically, it afforded me the opportunity to contribute, which the company really appreciated a lot. And after I finished that, whilst working, I having come from a family, you know, of a lawyer, I felt that I wanted to do, because a lot of my work had to do with contracts.
Okay.
As the logistics manager for the company that I was working for, I felt that I wanted to do, you know, contract law. So I went to Melbourne Uni, registered. You know, they actually applied and they accepted me. So after I accepted the offer, on my way back, I found a group of Australians sitting in a cafeteria. It was lunchtime. So I went in to have lunch with them. And unknown to me, they were all people from the same organization, which was the Red Cross.
Okay.
So as we sat, we're having lunch and we're having conversation. They asked me what I was doing. I told them my job and everything else. And I said, wow, you are the kind of people that we like for the Red Cross to professionally support us globally. I said, what? So we have an opening. Would you be interested? I said, I would be interested, but I need to talk to my wife first. So I said, well, the application is closing within the next 24 hours. You know, you need to think about it. I said, yes, I will have to talk to my family first. So I went home, spoke with my wife and my daughter then. My wife felt that, and she knew that I was committed and I liked helping. So she said, well, why don't you do that? So I came back, rang them, which was very late. They said, go online, apply. I applied, and within 48 hours, I was given an offer.
Which year was that?
This was in 2004, 2005, to go and work in the Philippines. But before then, all my work life and my social life was about Dagbon, was about our people, what we could do to make a difference in Dagbon. So my colleagues and I, in the year 1992, 1993, we formed the first ever global network of Dagombes based in Australia. And the association was called DDA, Dagbon Development Association.
Okay.
And we collaborated with other Dagombes or Dagbambihi throughout the world. And interestingly, most of us have actually come back, including none other than Professor Abbas Bremer, the current Vice Chancellor of Tamale Technical University. So together, and of course, Dr. Abdul Nasir Isahaku, the former governor of Bank of Ghana. When he was in Atlanta, I was in Australia, Professor Abbas was in Canada. So collectively, including some Dagombes from Japan and all that, we formed Dagbon Network.
Okay.
And our primary focus was actually to help in education, peace process, and business development, as well as health. So we support a significant number of schools, even in the 90s. We played significant roles in terms of ensuring that the youth, they got opportunity for higher learning lived decent life in terms of health. So a lot of these things actually impacted and modeled how I lived my life overseas and how I could relate it back to Ghana.
Then numanya some the puno kunya la kamane. Anto dia za magone. Cafeteria ka kulipia bendir ko dibshe. Kafira lu amin ni rosunsu.
Yep.
Ya o tubo ka tumda tuma ya ka kan tumda. Ah, don wura gina ngo ka te borma.
Yes.
You know. Tuko ko on la ka lu Ghana.
Yes.
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 Nta dipa amila so.
Yes.
Ninya Ghana ho.
Yes.
Branco ya gwa ka ho. Bienvama teti pedang.
Yes.
Bajiji na tawa.
Yes.
Kacha.
Yes.
After all nyamba ho ban sabal ntwamnya.
Yes.
You know, sasudin ka kuma na zan titi.
Yes.
Come on, based on including your experience, share kada total la Red Cross to mawo kada sabe ya entire Philippines.
Yes.
Sasudin ka ma na zan ti gara multi za betu de ba ba ne te dagbamba.
Yes. Yelmale ka yelma sasu shelman na malnyala tuli. Nimvo so in the 60s ma kawra ku. But onye vilzaha ora jemtu kaman nagban sabla timang sulin sitin yan zap timang sham zotin yan nisham kamal darza. Kamal jilma lol kamza hanpi. We to a yinga kamanda mal tum de tuma pam. Ntizang pa adini puna na wonu bonata bisham. Dini nye dini. Ngunindanye Martin Luther King. We to a shepunu kura ya. Ninyang ban sable. Na tum de tunu kam. Tumle kaman anyevil bila rezo. Be dinyevel bila asane. Anune. Kaman wula. O yele ra yele nte pa na hala kon la banjira. Be avarbina. Kolma banjira ma karangman la kama sonu to kanati dibendir group banjira mane dozo ban sabla be gana be dagbamba tunu kam ka tumda be bansim kamza ka buhanle pangma manga nawon bana borshambala tumle na adalci number 1 kazanga hankal na suza hanzan nan da pune be shambien to tapsa be shambien ncha abuto changtune donc kama yalma man chang la organization manandanya the first bansabla with a higher qualification in the field of logistics. As a matter of fact, them nan kanti chang Philippines the first time. Nkon kondanya bansable tengmane working as an expatriate. Ben Zahara palma Nigerians na Ghana ma bnda ku gorchana. Nkonko ndanyele. Den zon tuma mane biara ku ni ti chang meeting nkonko kunye bansable. The ben shakamo. Den zo man saso ni yenye shalinyela te pang matamanga kat mal adalci mal nan te ben shak kamza hanatin nangda kace ka pu biaran nyela wula lebgum shanse diyan to cha to chang to ne kamoso kati man mal saso shalan balama
Masha Allah sa an wazo ka ti an gucha to fu kon ka lebna ma fun yala ne zungo da fere ngo masha Allah ai ku ngba TV kan ya Sagani TV ka ngba afa za ta tarbiyan ka Yendi de ma biam from now on for ma pe yolo ne Chief Sintaro be Sagani TV my nod na chief ti an gum to fu kon ka lebna ti labna te zan alisa ma to ka ti di afa shal dem bian. It is the return of Miss Damba in 2021 is the year. What are you waiting for? Pick up a form at a cool 100 Ghana cedis from Sagani TV and Za Radio, both in Tamale, Dasma Radio in Yendi, Beat FM in Bimbla, ABM Radio in Zabzoro, or call the following numbers. So be a part of this pageant show and win to become a brand ambassador for Sonteba Ghana, a brand new car attached to it, and so many other prizes to be won. Miss Damba 2021 is open to every tribe in the north. To sponsor this program, please call the following numbers. Miss Damba 2021 is powered by Yabtamal Dapiam Jamana Adam Musa. Miss Damba 2021 showcasing our culture. Nepoka papa mana ku Sagani TV my lord na chiva and you love Abdul-Jalil Naabeli so that so te bela Ghana hotel kan yara bia kam ye Ghana hotel nta ai bore hotel dema bambo me sha za paragala to dinan ye Ghana hotel nem na za ja kan yele karnye hotel nem za bi de pele so ai ku bela lo kam za sa get together party nyele bonyele akubora dusu na chant duane de men ko nin ka bi gazo pour hal ka na ko bor no she pour la table ka bo pour bi le mana chi be karna bal gazo ako kana gana hotel nte de du zazo ko do fiale na on ga farati an kuli ayen ya ti asuma de yancha ka nyela amanga kanan closer to god dozo pangama pam lo kamza saka ko be ka na tamale be enough nyimba woni there's a place you can call home away from home, and that is Ghana Hotel. So that's the moment the mini chief Sintaro Mbalama Katakuldi and Zamazan Yendi Objago on Yisnasham. Don't to pay under be Silmintana because research we are now Apple to my Silminton Duya Park, Silminton Sepa Pishina Ibi Gamuba. Na onzo kadi ka experience be from better but before ka te kana te deal la fila cha te po dun don na wumsibo da dam wumsibo shi da nyala ben shaden nan kamata pam ba zungo me zo ya pam ka tin ya karan mala ta wumsibo shi te nirbo bargala la birma wumsibo ka nya dun don ne ka wula kala la wumsibo ma da songa ka do isna te be ambition
tuli nta ne part dumala naun pam ni won doma o be won zangma ti shab kab namma to doma kalam pare nimvo yuno nyevel pune walan ka duniya wona amma nyevel pune hatta de kan nyevel tinage jakam mvuhum kamza han surla duwa zan tiro ngunye afam moro gambare don ne kulnye biya ko bono mo ba do bayul nda bon Idrisu waraba demdama hatta di ka mat zang ma zang ta o karam ta zang to haguma zang tu no lihimma don zo afam moro da ba demdama kana ikoma kan parna wum pam kan barawum domin gubin su ma na karayira ka bin sha'o bi wumsa ven yalanga bi anya wumsa ven yalanga ka chenten nan ban shaben ya kaza bilan bon beti bilan bon bi wumsa ven yalanga amma bin ya wumsa ven yalanga sala biyin balama dan tambla alam paso kamza biya zon par nawon pam ka par tu dumala nawon kasura duwati hazi santi parga sannabiya don halngu da jiyan to wum ne kaman chen lo shel pulo muslim ni bi galsi to den dalma yi kuna on wuhma ni nyeso don tam kam wunda ba karam amma biya kam karan yato ako yarma biya kam karan yato in chan sukuru karam mbi chan sukuru karam so manda ka alzumma na lamishi tunda bi chan karan dan sahama mira ka sabrna Allah ba ambi chan sukuru asibirna alhare inchan la karam alzum alamishina alzuma inchan la sukuru ka kanantlan chan karam yon karam ya gambal yile so Yendi MC pumpo kums
dan ka kuyan ya ma dun do ya because afa mo so ya ma ya bamba Allahu akbar so ya ko ya so
Allahu akbar
wono ko usma kan
ni note zobla ablai
yes asoka afia
exactly
so what that jinna kan na unjo goro so
wai
ko le ba ya ni boka zan lo ma goro so ya ma ya so yen wota la ja an job ya la no lore
karpa jama dezo de yila wum submane ka fonshel na lambiyama ay gar lo kamza habiyami ya kaza yil bimbo de zote bimbalama ako to tum gala ay bora nyin nan be shak ngide tum gala de bi abiam payanga ani ne doxe bi mala mazal azashi so ko nyama gbaya o pa dang ni yal na o pa dang ma kin yin ko be abi amo nyala shalpro ka tum gala ko mala zal azashi dindin ma dinin yi bihagu to pumpon wana lama dilan kane karchata pam beti bipola pam kati bi gala hatta di wonto no mashaka bo hanan yam bohay nyangu yam bohay anyo ati yalla nguna maranguna buchung balama padana balama denzo la wum subma par na wum pam ne zonima amin nimvo shabam jane bungora kama ne ya doctor Siskongo na chime pam da biene anyala bio ka obako karam ko karo okoro lambe sukurni yaha kanin vo sura lambe ne yaha nun bakan sur tam kam sura duatio mun nyangone bu bondo tra bondo amar togolay pumpo ala jamar obe yango be tamalngo mino nda chen karam kabe fasal yinga
ndan ya na first damba wabne mun da balade na
to so ura song mapam domin wula mun nda yin soje songon gulma don mande be chan karam dandalma wan ringa hajiya makan yarngo to me kul dandalma nini doye amma yanye bihima at vibana kaman Allah jibe amarin yalma anyi ka korula damna kabami den kan ya nuku yitsilmin tun kuna fes o she kambo kampo pam hal ni zon kana kul puro don ora be bien alala na ku be ni be shan wonde ke yo den zo zore ni zone ma am be lo shel polo ne an yi shel polo na ka to cheka wumbu ngar ayelgu in other words bi saksaka wum so yelben shaka wum ka poso hankalan zan pahadinne din nya wum subma din yen cheka to yina ayisina ka yolan zan can abi haguna karbala be karkane
masha Allah ho jirja to don kunya shambala ma yau da ka gunwa mama yara ma ja kame ta program to to kutulan no don kunya shambala chief Sintaro mele ka wum no but chate kana ta pa ko agwaram fune simin ya ne se dinye simin se tira ya mi wa just sejona onkole ugo hale to gon ba gwaram wele atuntuma pam don biya fune kamane experience din ka nye lala gob ba fune lala tuma ba fune ka wula ka to zan na to strong gana mulci be dagban ka de ne nye tuunti
sidumala na yel qur'an pulniya نفنظر كيف كان عاقبة المكذبين أقوم دنيا بوني بقوما إنتين ينمو شبندا بأتوني كان يكمان نمو شبندا بجيشب أمي أقول الله بندا بجيكورد بندا بدنيا فتنة مانتينر لمه ناون تما opportunity shall kan goma nye experience shanga nmvo shabna biane ni yang to hankal shal zang pandine zang kuna yango zakta talen yale don zo tule intuma mandara nye sham yala wula tinin din yala kama nmvo shabn bi mukhsone bin bi wahalane bugunni dishabiya bugunni dishaba earthquake nan mudslides nan man yerso kamzaha yamma nini man yala tudumala na ni yel qur'an pune iza zilatil ad zilzalaha man yisna nye zilzalaha ma tangban ma de shir vugra ngbora nin yel ma katum tumani mane don yel Turkey yel Iran kan yel Pakistan de zaha earthquake mbalama kab zanni mane kan yel China diko pa earthquake kanye Philippines branye mudslides ka zole subhanallah ka zole kul dikom nang halin shina hali ntim what do you call it tanga nsirgi tanga mpaka man 3-story building karnya nirbigar 1500 karab silmisan entombed kar pibazaha hatta nizungo hatta chiyama shel chiyama manin kan yale kan zandinin tumtuma hal ni zonga chang Philippines in chang latin mane anya be mala the biggest cross don Philippines nyala Christians be nyala Catholics dolo nama the biggest Catholic cross cross anya de tamlani mane ka zolkul sergnanti pitanga halen kaman jiram sa tamud bata kapkulanto pirguso subhanallah kada zango kanirin nyala kakuto biya biya song kada zango kanirin nyala kakuto zang la hankal man zang kunat na umbiene kakanat bula kanan to songa taba ani sal taba bambin nyala ka ba be biya song to China nguna banda nye earthquake 2008 nda bela Malaysia mandanye the deputy head of regional logistics unit nintama pun nagon tuma study zaha kakanani mane ntlanye ntumle tumani mane nzanti the Red Cross International Federation of the Red Cross kaba fly mazanchang 24 hours nda be China April 2008 kanimane solo bragar 3 million benang displaced over almost 1 million people lost their lives benda kun kombinya via earthquake yingam balama subhanallah kan bene manan tuma yuma yi chen yum ne pregle chen yuma ta karnyala mintun duyan kon dala nya ban sable tang mane ni mane organization ma ngunda kul mirma bang bial fara nyala Indians babayi Malaysians Georgians Spanish French bianema melting pot lolo kam so dinin cheka manguna nawo ikopune unkuto gangso hatta de kan yaveltna unkuto li filinso unkuto li jamso tuli nawo mbasale mpahayi biasun biago de sala izahayem biene kiyan gang da taba ka film da taba ka li rejam taba ikuto changtone so la biago ma la experience la tumama de zaha pahmala ya na hankala na bangsam shal nirne to zan kuna yin waya nte panawo ni wula kadiyan to nan zan son anirba don maniyan kuna de pala kaman ntumanda nagi mankul jinme March 10th 11 o'clock kan jine in resignation yan bornon kula ganana kabzaksi kaba digging in application ma kan office here 1.5 years with the view that no kuna yes no labna this was in Switzerland Geneva to be exact domi wula da gbang pamben yalya ni bi ngum pawnu ngun samde pambe be cham dore be kalala dom branya lang pangma ni tumdun tumasham kayin wana pumpo anto nye sola tumane so kan landir man kan ma ya polkat le chena
manguna na bian
ato ma you know so bihagu kan yir konkon yale ayan nan sham kasulo di amfani asane kan yin ni di amfani solo shale ayan to nun bin shanzanti solo dinin ya bihagu
so you nka ko kuna
Gana nira bien manda to gorkan na pam
yes but permanent
nuku kuna permanently kablan born chanshal kabu chanshal astaghfirullah azim da gon chang turkey businessman that yes nuku ai 2012 dalil me ndan sometime year la shabia nan parlement parbia donc kala nyale domin wula on the 8th of March 2012 in bilan office Geneva katin ya call 8 phone calls kan da be meeting inti kuna 9 call ma kan pole ni pole la nir ma ngon ring mana anku sabulo yule but benda ring ma pam ka banya onku nyama straight ko to we Sintaro na umbo hazia de obozo immediately can band in Yesham 2012 on the 8th of March 2 days after Ghana Independence Day unku tamle 10 o'clock kan da call ma no asba shimbela office so ni day call ma na kazan zampa unku jilandes ne kanin tamti yirna nene kan pamba ma kana ne mimbin tuntu na lafi kan ko jiya te yankan na kayise nchangle until labna nda ku pa 35 minutes to 1 hour around 11 kan toilet bne in signing resignation alzuma adal ndanyele in some resignation letter yes sahama balama nan kuna yanga kaba zaksi kan yisi nchang jumaa ne tepu jumaa nkana by 2 o'clock kan kul yanga ntim pakran nyama 2:30 can ring British Airways mbuku online booking ticket Ghana kama kunna ma 6 o'clock asibir dal asbashi can pop flight by 7 o'clock can be Ghana so manema mbukunma mbesha kama after 1.5 years ben banan tiblan kunna na mblan lam don tam kam da ya bayan mblan lam yan kulmana ma do zo na wono kadara we zang ben sha zang nan ben sha mbo vurle o ma kadar Allah haka kadrihi bo wanda yasal be sha din sha blan vurle ya so na on kadara ma anda bala kama din sahama kan yankuna ya din sahama kan mal bukata yango silmin tan bukata she kamza hanrana din namma din tamma kan kuna 12
so an kuna bone kara an da kuna bone kara yotti pi
to dunya shamyala fu parlam na kanda nkurida bi pam tun nukul nya biya mbada kor pam ase ngunda nya the first one of the first commercial farmers dagban wana so nukunya biya sun son kura na gani kan buhan le kan kuru kubiya ni chancel men tanga hal ni dan yilba nti bor polten da furkanda bora so bakoy kam chen la purne ni chan gora kan chen purne mbuhanda kakaranda so nda mallar shile yedda hasha na ikon ita kuna yanwa da punu kan yambe so ni ku kuna straight pu parlement kan dipe
no den man ya san pam aku be selmin ta halin ta faga ta dai ka to da ya yi sini gilma abokar bole no aku ala
nda palbe ni mana wona university lambala
ya mo no de no biya kan na bi otizo don kunye sha
sora katale anisa ne yala na biya kan na
okay so do kunye sha ba na chi ba ka go ba Sagani TV so tin labna nti di azama zan kwa chief pupar guma den chansha ka wula ka df dan pa wula ko nun ha ko nu to biyar fune ka wula ka zan la chan hale kana wanti titin da saraka dagban nyen na banda zan ka na le zali ya biya wula ka tiyan non ba zan da pon din ba ma gba zali ya ka dagban le yo de ku chan ka tan Abdul-Jalil Naabeli bon my not na chiva tin labna kupon awya ntia ya simbia Sagani TV zo dapsele ngo kan kuliam fu ka pa mana kul go Sagani TV ndi tabe ne tinji sa ashe wa abwa nyirba ta no gwa kana ti di amfani shele don je Sagani TV zo ngoma ba do kultun ti ga ka ba no Miss Damba 2021 nyala don biane ay kul nyala bi fu mbla kanin to amanga ka bang ne kamera abwa na gbanye exposure shele de ta head start in life pa ma ka gu chant fi performance ma ay ku chant Sagani TV be za radio tamala anto nyala pigi lala nyala ay chang dasma radio naya be JT multi home na lambala nyala kai chang la bembla anto nyala beat fm ka sabzo abm radio le biane kana cha ay kul bora anto bol 0207782424 0207782424 lo le kamza saka ay kul be Miss Damba kul nyala ben shadin no open to bal kamden be tetudul wana enta 2017 tunda nan le zaba anda jile de tono ka gumo na nunde mapuru be da gbambeti ezo ay ko be lu kamza sa be ka zaba ala njile ka le nyanya wonya kulo pelo de nga ma ka chanta p4 ma ko nyala 100 Ghana cedis sachi te labna ton kuliam bo asham nyama kamale par gumo ma pune tinye ka mai pamma pa mu kam follow ira wo bang na kamale ay cheje ma ko yeto ay ko lu sanjiro go so ga so ba tamale ay tamale cha saiga anye tibza farms yard nyimbana bang no ni muhabir funi ito ko revien yan kan wala
te par nawon tam kam yara alhamdulillah ala kulli hal
masha Allah
dinni bisha kam za hatinya te par to dumalan naw za aviel za abyaw amma te paro pam tinyar shelma timal yeto agola yeto amosra amma yeto amosuma ko to chat cina won pabo din zo tinyar shama tibijam
one thing the my money most of nyama kamera zungo fego uya ne kamera akula nye indigenous seedlings diko pa la chemical ones ma so ai no le sheka alan boya fertilizer bale yenan ban ye karacin da ba kami fukar goma yeto ama wula kile nunda ni bang yan no sham lapsi indigenous kama to yan ndra kwar kawan shekar no da karfa tam chemicals ki no ba'alma wula kare no to lapsi na
anya tam kaman yerle solo itinya la chance ay mal salma ayanga kalle jamle in filmle ka chadin dol yale ka so kam za min na mal salma bi mal du bukata nkata jele mal ku bukata shel annajin tagba dinin yetin wona te gban sabla te Ghanaians te dagbamba na on tibga te pam kama ya tugo ya pam ka go ntumtuma gban sabla tin sigba amma te biaguna te halama perla de zo ka ban yara pam kanna an yara silmin tima shanga za ha an yarde bambrama wona obe indigenous ban yara ka bakma in enhance lebgle mpahle carte jette sangbana parbama don wula ti chel zang labe de man la musulun ma tin che musulun se zang lab ka zang la to so yurlam ka dagbamba ka ti jette dagbanle mamma te kayama ma zang zang labe ka shab kanan te pokle mal non turbu kurbukata mamma ka chete dunzo dinna biene kare shanga biene batten je tabuma dan man la dagbam ti je tabo na umme zalgu nyale kaman on kunna maka luna tanga yang bam halin ti isnan tinan chana tabum balama amma tununa tabuma katije din ci adam dum wasortama so bala brama di shanga na biene bad borom na kaman duniya ma na tagrama ti babban tin yan sham to nan modernize le karto malta amfane don akoya ka wulu tin nan wulu ma nan ma ka kauna biya shinkafa kar zaksin nan bo don sa kane be binne ma to karanta kyar pune anyala biyo be sa kana ka ko balan yaya insanle de moza ma dirtum kamanta lirliya nye bum shanga bum bra shanga tin yan to nam ka wuni sai gbabiala din to nan komi lang da sin to nan binne shanga biane karnya ti local bin yara ma ambala amma perla ti chele labma ka shebin kanna ntanan la timata tuzo paso Dr. Sanatu wonnam lo mamman bimbra tuya on mamman kunnamle anyala biyo karmala albarka pam so timman nirba amma perlat noyab pataba tibu song de taba din ta Allah gun lebgun sunu tuni chende to biatini dinin tale ami
tin la nye yen bani plum musun wana parma en hali ja wudon ku gar wodi diranya ben shaden den taba kutsina pa nyala mu anwo
yes
ai kwan yam kan nirba ku bu jang mu an ne ben chan lafiya nti ba juga nirba furbai kai ne ben bwala sababe de so se da bai dala yeto anwoma wula ka tiyan non to kare dala mu anwo
tule ndi yalben shoutin di dir fila mana wumsbane biasun anyala biyo ni kaba tihra akonko zo kaba tihra jes akonko ka tihra solo zo dinnin maza diri beta hanka ya fune na zo bin yar shadna na kunnin da ndambala mpa hayi gana zalpana da zakseleme de mongle mpa hata ka dini mamman zaksile mpa nahi ka dagbalne te kalkar zaksile
to kama shabiya ne de jihad ne de sharbi wala
to mandiri ku boranto ku chantu ku sogba kay na dini sa ni jihad be kala man ta maso yurla mambala ma domin wula tule anyo mo fitna shal anyan nan hatta de ka duniyati su diyan dola me don binne ma betin ban ma karnya na won namba karnya la shala da nyobu umma mu'ma karnan biana ciya ma amal lafsil bin shana lafsi ndam balama mpa hayi de zaha amma karshen nya dinin song da tangban ma mpa hayi bugun din de nyo tangban ne dukulum de tekla yuma tan pergala kala tangban ma kartna lebganan tan mpa din tu din dat bisham din cikar yel fertilizer ma sam di shaben kasu yurla minyale don tangbana ma chachai bugun yon tin na za haka bucha nan ma dole nya na tili kulum nir zoge mpaha nahi ai chang tin yo mu'ma so dar zikra kuma asheda be atihna ba mi aya na ba min kama dana nyormbo amma mi bugun don to taso so amana ka kuma bi'an ciyama abura ajingle abin shakam den viya be shakam fashe la nirma mino sotar ap hala in piala zanda poi kana antonio sol piala zanda odo hachi so ti tar de moma akum malzu tinta tar na kamane de jiharin nyale amma din le bien ya kam borne ntege solo gana zal panadan zakselma nyang district kan kola the Formula Environmental Committee. As a matter of fact, alame shidda kardiyan launch. Ba perla regional minister yeto agola nyo. Ori mbela rapune. Ka DCM biane, ka World Vision biane, ka Prince biane, ka Sojan biane. Happy gorbet pamba bi mbela rapune. Nte pa fanama, nte pa political party leaders. Domin wula di tuene kamanti tiere solo. Benye shaden nang ba dem mal berna shel zanter dagbang. Bernam bi yarzo. De labse dagbang nyanga pam don te mokat puntuna pu parlam kani shi ko original minister non kulji yango honorable sane yunla ora lose gar 100 acres bom danyole indine almost 300 acres kana nche bimbe so biene e karbanu e kapia zom nazri land mo za banin labra yanga ma kadagbang labra nyanga ma
sabuka yanga so sale parbuni
de malnam bo pap so kar moza kazal pana kar zaksele kar nyela kama fitna zanti solo kar affect pour parba kalab satnyanga den zo tuene kama te pantma nchele
two quick ones before because enta sila ngo ko no de nyasim la ka sa abas va kre df da gwan follow
ta
wula kar ga no ntpa and how deep necked were you
abo hago e pam yerba man DF piabo pedoma manandene doni yera kamandere pun yel tulma since 1992 between 1992 1994 katenda pun palango Australia ntepa dagbang bezaha banda bislimin driane katmin bato network ra nangda wula nsong de dagbang tiyan nang sham ka dagbang karto chang de titone din tamazaha so nukuna finally ka nama yeto ango kul bi pam kan li kaman tibi chene shele tina labr la nyanga so wula katiyan nang tibi pum biere pune be doctor nang de pune ka party politics nyele ka dini me nyele be doctor nang de pune akuto na padagbana ama shepker muslims ne ntlan yebe pa muslims shebe party politics akuto na padagbana deninya dinzo bun doctor ka pune kat biema the 20 botin do social kamza haka sudo kana dagbang don lebgan sin to ni chend pamda biana kada gana zaha chana katin ngala ta farme so din dan ye trazante palanzuya bun tabatin bipola ne nunkura ne people like ba Allah jabla chamane nunkura ambassador ma nanma alaji wan ma nanma na zure akma la biyo binyan na kat zahazan tiyan zanta hanka zanpa kasudo to biana so man kubila rapune so kabra pima zolampa filay nang be vigu sheldon nang be dinya nan sham katato chaasulo bang bihago ne chen sham dun tuniti be sham ka bihago ma chang ven yalanga titi
to so e pam ka shere ne ani df ne da ko bian ne rubber stamp na den no yama be fa ngura ira fa man najin nan da mashakar pala kama nawon yikobe nawon yulkan malchan da pune yanne nawon yil qur'ana pune wa ma as'alukum alayhi min ajriya in ajriya illa ala rabbil alamin man najin jiyan nan da mashakat bor pabo be songbu be bi kaman nin tabo ni salnam tane man nin tabo nim pabo nim benefit illa ala rabbil alamin nawon san karayirna mabin ko do ayini ba ba ki ko biana ba ka so biana ka mino yidi be tirci ven yalanga de para yela tabo amo be ko to yele to ashalango jine sime nyala ka ben shawo don aban bi ben shawo akuto yandre bian be kalala ami ko to yandre kane so to para na wone na on kon committee to man nyeshele Nete ya. Ura kwa mama ura kwa mama. Lebenya ya. But let's come to Sakoya. Sakoyama.
Yes.
Wula kara ati dir Sakoya. Karala Sakoya wa ka kulibwa na kulijibi tersobjan.
Oui. Abdul-Jalil to zundum the questions mbomba. Alhamdulillah naun namanguna. مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتعز الملك من تشاء وتذل الملك من تشاء بيدك خير انك على كل شيء قدير ونا ما انثرونم وتلم امبرسو نتاشل امبرسو اني لا بيو نزو بار ناو بام ناو ما ممان كدر بونه كا يبت جورارا بانت بان كمان نيلا نمفو سونو تو سون تنبان ما دلهبو ngbubtu kat min soloma kat nya tono shetin yan to nan kallebgam sim to kana ni ma pulo ne zo par na won pam buddo ma nan da pune nu dirgu ni za de nyalame amma perla tibe yarle manaj jiya kat piana suhne bi kan yel no shel pulo na won ne sahay kul pana de pamana so ru sahama anda page kat pana won na won ma. And I think that it's very important na biyona shabin biyan kan yi karacin it's about time ki zan adalcin biya in fayi biya gune ka can tubun na shan adin tunya ka zan yi bansim shal yin malma in zan son yi solo nyama in Ashanti region min de ka Greater Accra ba nanani yi area shalman a chimnima nan kane karpala first degree ko mala minimum ka chamni manan tin ya ditin yinga ditin pa ka karantin ya tichongo te fonne don wula bilir la toni bum changtin ya hankal shalma to ne bi zang nan zang song dagbang ka dagbang ti toni te yana mira gbul katte par to ne te gbul garlala dinin cha te shaba pumpungo kara musta halati ya when it comes to tangbana ngoya to a. Do you understand? The pan number so on toni kamalla hankal bana kaman fitina karakat mal dagban chen ma government ni chil poltin zang song obi chelem me kaman man Sakoyanaa an kwal zang tim min family o chelem dahan shel yab gansini ti ankana bishar yin doarma kaman yi chang ndielen zang di kan on tipan zo ka di Sakoya fa bu ko yenya dinnin man cha ti shaba ka ti zan safu shal din tun zane nya tono shaltin yan to nan tir ti taba mbanama nan bapernama din cha biagu kar lebga ti dagban ka dagban ti toni don di palala na wonzo ti yan yala daba ti tangban ngone na wonzo kan yarama dagban ma ti yan yala daba ti tangban ngopune because gula yan cha so yan kana tangban shaldin yan be kaleb gansini tian kana katlan katang ban la leb gansmara kana kamantin yadda na ya pulongo UDS ngo ajimu ka pulor lan kana ya don to ko paltima za hana government pulo ye polo ka UDS yanna ajimu government mal project talkan northern region polo don ka bien zan chant zana kan nesi shawa sukur da na cimbi shab ne pasal shal tum borna bi chan sukurma ye polo ka bien bi na sukur ye polo ka bien bi sambi yi kana karnya timin kabiyan son ye polo kabiyan bie tu kwal zang ti taba tu kwal ka din nage kabyane abiti dir tinshala andirma bokan yamala we should start to think differently for the future of Dagbang, for the benefit of Dagbang. This zone chat sheb kuna kama mamma zo di palanzo tu shandra tuna ala antir taigba halbia bako dbai kam kabiyora aka problem ama prla te baborn to son la yango de tuene de jete kaman ti benang la nazo ti di Dagbang zwalenchi ye to an wama ina katabe tapserle ti di Dagbang zwalenchi na biana chiyama to dumala nawo som buhananda dirna ma amma na ko zan ta wula ka zo zan gbanirba kare nyela manda zan lampol to kohra kamine family dira subhanallah wa iyazu billah na ndu sai ti hamne kaman bi ka dorma ti hamne kaman shabbana zo ka shaban nin sire ka kana ti jing bana ma zo agbanu ni sire anuni en samba me yankata shin ma bo abiyanna amma yi protectly for the future of Dagbang tiya malla jilma tiya malla darzakab songsum shir kamza hadan yirtun duyana be gana wasun sune na wonzo kaso kamza hadir dan fane.
We have taken a lot of admonishment from Chief. We'll just leave the rest for another day. Kamane, guess mo ba pambiane. Bukunya la tinya lava shop sane. Nti Jesus wo pam because 1 hour ma trust me. The koto sane kama nti Jesus wo fia ka but boy ka to kule yisi kamane 30 seconds. Selo la ngula to tun to kule zo a fugo. Akulu ma fugo na za fugo shawaka tana ko na to.
Oy yen nang la pase kant ndam pam amma mpuru cheni chela yaba ngun la nyamba ngun la nyen yunda ndan yana na pahmo suglo myang lana yona karna na zugruma na pahamba suglo na pahamba karama kataba hidaya ni hikma diyan chaba gbubti kati bielba chan katanga kati Dagbang zaha suhudu na chimbihi bipola kati ti zaha suhudu nkuto nabano kaba puhe inyenema sakoya wulana yimahna bomahna pambalba ma zaha binan gbubkar pema kan bi samban kan lo ma be shamma nzon pour so kamza pour de tijona mbambala ma kapurde so kamza
to tin ba ku yanzu la tongo ka fu ka ba pam to dia sa za won balongo ka ku yam fu ka ba ni mun ba go Sagani TV samban ngulu ngo ba na nga barkana bila Abdul-Jalil Naabeli na on pa to so da inshallah ka tilan ka tiya na on tiya